And Zaidi, yeah.
And I think Tiger Harder is going to be up there.
Yeah,
too.
Tiger Harder, the other one. We need to remember him there. And talking about that, we're going to talk about whole shot now.
A whole shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go for Tiger Harder.
Right, I'll go for that man on screen, Aslan Shah. I know he's back a bit, but I've seen him ride in the past. As they get ready, the lights are out. The red lights are on, and we're getting ready for a start, and they're away. And it's the man in second position, Tomoyoshi Koyama, who got a great start with Zakwan Zaidi. Tiger Harder there as well. He's worked his way up. Anthony West in fourth, but already trying to make his way through on the inside. Zakwan Zaidi's there as well. And is that Aslan Shah that's worked his way up?
Aslan Shah is fifth now. When you can see Anthony West from the outside, not inside.
Dechi cries out another one that we need to keep an eye on. He didn't really get to show what he could do yesterday. He got taken out in that crash. So with Aslan Shah. So let's hope that Dechi Kreisart makes his way forward.
Yeah, Anthony West in the lead. Oh, who's that?
A couple of, oh no, that's it could be Patrick Lee on the number 29 machine. So unfortunately Patrick Lee has gone down. Let's hope that he's okay. But back to the action. There's another one down. That's one of the Masushi Barks. That's number 20.
Anwar there.
Unfortunately, he's gone down, and that is the end of his ride. The pressure was on. We saw all the Musashi guys there, and unfortunately for Azroy, it's all over. I don't think he can get that bike up. Remember, these guys are mostly running hard rear tyres. They probably need to give him 1 or 2 laps. And you can just see there in the back, the back's just come round on him, and it's all over for him, unfortunately. So the number 20 of that rider is out. But meanwhile, back at the front, it looked like Anthony West has already made his way through the pack. He was fourth, but on the second lap, he's leading the way.
Yeah, he's like half a second. I think Steve, he got half a second from Tiger Harder.
Well, it's a pretty impressive ride by him. So unfortunately, it's West with Tiger Harder in second, Koyama in third, Zakwan Zaidi in fourth, Decha Kreisart, of course, who had that crash yesterday, near on track with Aslan Shah at the moment. So those two will be wanting to give themselves a bit of space.
Yeah, you can see Kasma now up to 10th now from 17.
How does he... you need to go down and have a talk to him, because I'll tell you what, if he could qualify halfway up the field, he'd be in this leading bunch now.
For sure, he'll be in the leading bunch, maybe the top 5 guys in front there.
Of course, Zakwan Zaidi's in fourth position at the moment. You can see there, Decha Kreisart in fifth position. Aslan Shah sixth, and the man in second, Tiger Harder, has caught back up.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony West can't really get away from Tiger Harder.
Well, we heard that Anthony had a couple of moments yesterday. Perhaps he's had another warning, and that's allowed the field to catch back up to him. Of course.
Anyway, we still have 15 laps to go, so.
Tomoyoshi Koyama has also caught up that bit of a gap, and just behind him there is Aslan Shah at the back of that group. So unfortunately, Aslan Shah with a little bit of work to do. We've got another rider down, or is that Azroy? That's Azroy.
No, there's
making his way back. The walk of shame back to the pits, unfortunately for him. No shame for these guys. Zakwan Zaidi sits there in third or fourth position at the moment.
It looks like Tiger Harder is getting closer to Anthony West.
I'll tell you what, keep an eye on Yuki Ito as well. He's up to 7th at the moment, just off the back of this group. He is.
Yeah, he's 2.7 seconds behind.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a gap. But as you said, he needs to get into that top, to get some points into that top 5 at least.
Yes.
To get some decent points. Number 23 there is Tiger Harder with the back moving around. The Honda should suit this circuit probably more than the Kawasaki. It's swings and roundabouts for bikes and circuits, but the Honda and the Yamaha are definitely working well here.
I don't know. What about Aslan? It looks like he's a bit struggling a bit on this Kawasaki.
The leading bunch in the 41s at the moment, 41.5 for our leader Anthony West. To put that into perspective, yesterday he managed to lap.
I think there's only seven of them doing 41s.
Yeah, 41.0 was the fastest lap of the race yesterday, so they're half a second off that pace at the moment. Tiger Harder, of course, Idemitsu Honda Racing. The Indian team, big weight on his shoulders, home race for him here, and I'm sure he wants to do well.
Like four of them are pulling away from Decha. You can see there's a small gap in between them and Decha.
Yeah, it looks like Decha Kreisart unable to keep up with that group, and of course that puts those two guys together on track again. Aslan Shah knows that he has to take Decha Kreisart. Yesterday he tried, but it wasn't successful.
Yeah, he got to be careful on Decha now.
But he can't wait around too long, because the problem is he's definitely eyeing up, and he can see the guys moving away, so he's got to do it soon, but I'm just not sure. Yeah, so it's 1.9 seconds now, and that gap is going 41.7 for Decha Kreisart.
Yeah, he's getting bigger and bigger, the gap now, so Arslan have to do something. He have to overtake Decha by this lap, if not. Yeah, there you go.
There he goes, and Yeah, but did you see the front moving around though? He only just held it off. I wonder if Decha Kreisart will strike back. I don't think so. But already he's made a couple of bike lengths on him, so whatever the issue is with Decha Kreisart, I think that Aslan Shah now, he's going to have to put in 2 or 3 really good laps if he's going to catch up to the back of these guys.
It looks like Aslan Shah have an earpiece on his ear. When I told that, you don't say that, he got to overtake and straight away overtake Decha down there.
Well, that's good. He's listened to the years of mentoring that you've given him. And he got it right as he went past. Meanwhile, it's Anthony West who leads. From Tiger Harder in second, Zakwan Zaidi in third, and Koyama on the number 634, Musashi Machine in fourth. And Aslan Shah in fifth. And
I think for Zakwan, he have to overtake, take Tiger Harder if he want to stay up with Anthony West.
Yeah, because Westy is starting to get a bit of a gap now, and we saw how strong Zakwan Zaidi was towards the
end of 6 lap before,
He was really strong at the end of the race. That's unfortunate.
Ramdan Rosli, I think. Ramdan Rosli is coming in.
So a shortened race for Ramdan Rosli. Doesn't look like he crashed. Looks like he's got some sort of
he had a crash in qualifying. That's what the cost for the red flag that day on Friday.
Yeah. So he's probably injured.
Yeah, I think so.
So unfortunately, the pain looks like it's too much for him to bear.
There you can see Ratapong there.
Yeah, Ratapong, it's good to see him making his way forward. And nice move. Zakwan Zaidi up the inside there. He needed to do that. And that was a great move. He made the pass cleanly, made it stick, and it looked like he had it pretty much under control. So unfortunately, for Harder, he's making his way, at least for the moment, into third position. He could probably sit there, though, and learn something.
Yeah,
what do you think?
For sure. He have to follow Zakwan if you really want to catch Anthony West. But it all depends on Zakwan now. See what sort of lap time you're going to do for this one.
Well, yeah, as they head over the line, we'll see what that gap is on the guys, of course. Anthony West has gone, it's a 1.2 second gap that he's got, but Anthony West has just gone at almost the lap record. He's just done a 41.1, his fastest lap of the race, and quicker than the guys behind him. So Westy is starting to ramp things up now.
You can see Decha, Ratapong, and Kasma Daniel, 3 of them.
Yeah, of course, Kasma Daniel, we saw him. He caught right up onto the back of the second group yesterday.
Yeah, back of the group, but he can catch them, but like I say, very hard to overtake them.
Well, you know what he needs to do? He needs to tell his crew chief that, and they need to change to some sort of setting on the bike to make it easier.
Qualifying.
Yeah, well, he needs to qualify better, but he also needs to set his bike up so it's easier to overtake. It might not turn as good, but if he makes it a bit stiffer in the front, a bit harder, he might be able to outbrake some of the guys.
But that's the old model he's using, the front Decha and Ratapong. That's the 2017 Arrc Ss.
Well,
that's the different.
That is the other thing he needs to do. He needs to give Ito his old bike back and get on one of the new ones.
New one, yeah. Should get a new bike now.
Of course, that number 127 was Ito's bike from last year, so probably a good bike for Ito to keep. But I'm sure that he's happy with his new machine. There is Ratapong, Decha there, but back at the front.
Looks like the gap is getting a bit bigger at the moment.
Yuki Ito's doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's much better than yesterday. In 6th position now.
Well, now he's 1.5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Another 41.1 for Anthony West, his best lap of the race. So, yeah, he's certainly starting to make his way up the road. Aslan Shah in that 5th position. I mean, Aslan Shah now, he's probably pretty much got to try and just keep that gap to the riders behind, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think Yuki Ito, I think that was Yuki Ito behind Aslan Shah.
So Ito is on a bit of a charge at the moment, and he has caught up to the back of Aslan Shah, or Aslan Shah has worked his way backwards. Desha Kreisart is falling off the back of that pack now. Oh, big slide there. Big slide by Zakwan Zaidi. And Tiger Harder will like that. He'll say, that looked good to me, because that means you are starting to run into rear grip issues. So expect to see Tiger Harder strike soon. That's what he should do now,
He should, if let's say he knows that Zakwan can't really catch Anthony West, so I think he will have to overtake Zakwan and try to catch Anthony West.
Ito's looking a lot sharper this time out on track, of course, just behind Aslan Shah on the Kawasaki. There he is on the Yamaha Racing ASEAN machine. It's a good-looking bike, that one, too. I love that colour blue. I want to say what colour it is, but I'm not sure. It's some sort of blue that's fantastic, but I don't know the colour, but it'll have a special name.
I'm going to check with Yamaha, I think.
As he sits there on his Yamaha Yuki Ito. That gap is just growing, not lap by lap, but corner by corner.
Yeah, it's 2.3 now, Steve. 2.3 seconds now.
Wow.
The gap is getting bigger and bigger.
Anthony West as well just did another best lap for him, a 41.1.15 now. And unfortunately...
Then the AP Honda of Pacific.
Yeah. Fastest lap of the race for him, 41.1. That's... Yeah, 41. This is the battle for P11 that we're looking at right now. And they're going pretty quick as well, aren't they?
Yeah, 41.1. Wow.
That's really fast pace. I mean, what happens when you get back to the pit box and you finished in 10th or 11th position and you
got the fastest lap.
You say, yeah, I finished 10th or 11th. The team manager says, well, you got the fastest lap of the race. How do you explain that? It's a difficult one. But as a rider, at least you know you can do that pace. Just got to work on the consistency.
Even Yudhishthira is also having doing fastest lap, 41.1.
Yeah, so Yudhishthira is having a good race as well, I think. It's good to see him. I think he's one of the non-finishers yesterday. He crashed early on the damn track. So Yudhishthira with work to do. The number 123 machine there, Pathawit, the race for 11th. These guys are really going hammer and tong. Yudhishthira on the Kawasaki there, of course, the teammate to Aslan Shah. Might not be at the front of the field. Kurihara is up there too. Hafig at the back of that group. But it is a nice little battle at the moment. Kazuki Kurihara.
Yeah, while we are looking at this one, I think now Anthony West have a 3-second lead over to Zakwan Zaidi.
Well, that is an absolutely incredible lead. 3 seconds as we get to the halfway point of this race. 16 laps is a long, long way, and Anthony West has conquered 8 of them in the best way, not the West way, the best way possible so far. Maybe it will be the West way at the end of this race. Yeah. We will find out in 8 more laps. But one thing we do know by watching these Asia Road Racing races, doesn't matter what class it is, the last 3 or 4 are the ones to watch, because that's when these guys really get out of their comfort zone and you see the bikes moving around.
Yeah, but you can see Anthony West so on the braking and just sliding a bit. And you can see the bike is so stable going into the corners there.
Yeah, he really is, isn't he? He's got that backing in the machines absolutely under control. Last lap, 41.905 there for Zakwan Zaidi, 41.8 for Tiger Harder, and 41.9 for Toyomi Koyama. So a lot more guys in the 41s this time.
Yeah, you look at Yuki Ito. I think he's catching up on to Koyama. Yeah, I think he's getting closer and closer to Koyama now.
Yeah, he is, and he's made his way past Aslan Shah as well. So Aslan Shah doing the best job he can on his Kawasaki, but he has been allocated or back into sixth possession as Yuki Ito makes it into the top 5. So that's a better race for Yuki Ito this time round.
Yeah, I think once you get to 5, you can see the rider in front. You definitely want to catch them, and for sure you want to overtake them. Yeah.
Yuki Ito, in my opinion, has got a shot for the podium. We've still got 7 laps to go in this race. He's only a second and a half off of third place. He might be a long way off of Anthony West, but there's
Tiger Harder overtake.
There's the podium right there. So Yuki Ito will be digging. Yuki Ito will be digging deep at the moment, and he definitely won't be liking the fact that Anthony West is so far up the road on a Yamaha either, will he?
Yeah, he's on the Yamaha too. The same model.
Same model, different teams.
Yeah. And of course, different setting, I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
Different settings, different riders. There's a lot of stuff there, but of course, Anthony West is riding for the WeBike Kazuchi Racing team, who've got a couple of riders. They've also got Francis is there as well. He's having a weekend that he would like to forget, and same with Patrick Lee, who's unfortunately crashed out of this one, crashed out of yesterday too. So unfortunately Patrick Lee out. But meanwhile, this is turning into a battle royale with the number 23 Tiger Harder now back in front of Zakwan Zaidi and Koyama there, the shadow. So Koyama there, the shadow, so aptly named. But look at Yuki Ito. He's caught right up onto the back of those guys.
He's right behind them now.
He's doing a brilliant job at the moment. 41.1 again that lap through for Anthony West. And the gap for him now out to 4 seconds.
4 seconds from Anthony West.
So Anthony West, it's his race to lose now. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be an exciting podium after that, because Yuki Ito has gone from nowhere to having the opportunity to finish second in this race if he can. He sits in 5th at the moment, but there's second right in front of him. 3 bikes in front, 2 bikes away from the podium now. Yuki Ito, what a comeback. The ASEAN Team Yamaha rider there has worked really hard for that position on track.
Yeah, like I say, Steve, you can catch them, but now how are you going to pass them?
Well, yeah, I mean, I trust you because you've ridden around this circuit. You know how hard it is to pass. Where are the overtaking opportunities?
I think the overtaking opportunities maybe at turn 9 and turn 9, turn 8.
Turn 9 and turn 8.
Yeah.
There's Westy again, way out in front. Look at that, he's got half the straight at the moment. But it's the number 21 up the inside. What a great manoeuvre. Zakwan Zaidi. And Zaidi is moving up. And so is Yuki Ito has moved up a spot too now. He's no longer in 5th, now he's in 4th. Things are starting to hot up here. Tiger Harder.
And of course I can see Aslan Shah is closing in onto this group.
Aslan Shah's catching the group now.
Yeah, looks like he's closing in onto this group now.
He is.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yes, it looks like those 4 guys now, they're in such a battle that they are starting to slow themselves down. Yuki Ito, if he's got any chance of getting this podium, he needs to get through them as quick as he can. But he's looking pretty smooth, isn't he? Dives up the inside and he's made the move. He made it easy.
Yeah, easy. Looks like very easy for him. But Tiger Harder have him back.
How did Tiger Harder do that?
I think he must overshoot the corner there, Ito.
Well, yeah. So not as easy as we thought, but that corner there as they head onto that back straight just shows you how bumpy the circuit is, isn't it? It's a very physical circuit. It's bumpy, off camber. There's a few blind corners. this Madras Motor Racetrack is certainly a challenge for our riders. It's one of the toughest that we come to on the circuit, and as I said at the start of this meeting, that's why we love coming here, because it does sort the men out from the boys.
Overlapping riders now, Anthony West.
Somebody needs to tell Anthony West he can slow down just a little bit. So with 5 laps to go.
And Koyama when he jumped onto Ito again.
Yep, so unfortunately Ito, who was looking so promising for a podium a couple of laps to go, has got all that work to do again. And look who is on the back now. Yours, mate.
Right behind there again. The guys in front keep on fighting each other like that. I think definitely Aslan Shah will catch up with the guys here.
The Manual Tech KYT Kawasaki Racing rider has got Fujiwara to answer to when he gets back in the pit box, so he needs to do the best he can. Look how bumpy it is as they head on to the start-finish straight again. As the laps count down, there's only 4 to go now. Things are starting to get serious. And if anybody can make a break, it's what they need to do at this point. It's Zakwan Zaidi in second position at the moment. And Tiger Harder in third. We'll have a bit of a look and see where Kazma is as well.
I think he's 7 at the moment. He already overtaken Ratapong and Lecha.
So Kazma has overtaken more people than anybody else in the race so far.
Yeah, I think he's the only one overtake the most people.
So unfortunately for him, that only puts him in 7th position. But we saw him make a charge at this part of the race yesterday. He seems to be good on the rear tyres, as Kazma Daniel. Like he seems to make it add more life at the end of the race.
Yeah, he can keep the tyres more grip.
Well, there's only one person that does a better job than that, and that's this man, Anthony West. Look at the lead he's got now. He really is dominating. And, yeah, I would say that these guys now are wondering what happened to West. He's that far up the track that they can't really see him anymore. They'll be saying, has he crashed or what?
Looking at Anthony West's time, he's like doing 41, low 41 all the time, very consistent.
Yeah, it's a brilliant display by Anthony West. But if you want to talk displays, getting down when we finish this laps, we're coming into the dying stages of this race. We're going to see a display with these guys because at least 2 of them, Yuki Ito's off the back of the pack now, but one of these 3 is not going to get on that podium. So there's definitely some decent positions up for grabs. And as they head over the line, it is the number 21 of Zakwan Zaidi who is in second still at the moment with the
yeah, you can see Kasma Daniel now.
Yeah, good job for the Hong Leong Yamaha Malaysia team rider.
Yeah, he's pulling away from the Thai boys.
Yep. I'll tell you, he's a Malaysian rider. You need to get down after this race and tell him.
You're going to get a good qualifying.
I gave Patrick Lee some advice.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
You saw how good that worked. Didn't work, unfortunately, for Patrick Lee. But hopefully he can bounce back. Tiger Harder, good move by him there now. He wants a piece of the action as well.
I don't know what happened to Yuki Ito. He was fierce as line. Suddenly now he's
the only thing I can say is if you look at Yuki Ito's rear tyre, I can see a band of wear on the left-hand side.
Okay.
I don't know if it's worse than the other riders. I thought I saw it earlier on in the race, but perhaps he's running into rear tyre difficulties. This track, you do need a lot of edge grip, and especially when it's 3 laps to go of this race.
Yeah.
That's when if the bike's moving around, you need it to be set up for those conditions.
But it looks like he's coming back again now.
Well, if he is, it's the right time to do it, because if he finishes there in another 3 laps, he's not going to be too happy. Especially after yesterday, he's got his Japanese compatriot Koyama in front of him. Zakwan Zaidi in second. Anthony West is way up the road at the moment. Zaidi, of course, finished second in yesterday's race. And Tiger Harder was third. So Tiger Harder already knows what it's like to finish on the podium here. With 2 laps to go, though, it could be anyone's for second and third. Yuki Ito, has he got anything left?
Looks like I think he's over try and over push.
And Aslan Shah's also dropped back now.
Both of them dropped back. They were like catching up just now, and 1 minute they were in front, then catching up, and 1 minute.
Tiger Hada dive up the inside. Zaquan Zaidi nearly loses the front, but it's Koyama who runs wide. A three-way battle there, and look who's caught right up to the back. It's Yuki Ito. We've just written him off.
Yeah, because of these three guys are fighting each other, and that's why Yuki Ito straight away catching up.
Yeah, I think we've written him off a little bit too early. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I think so.
Yuki Ito, very experienced. He's won a race this year. So is this man, though, Anthony West. He's won quite a few races, and he's on his way to win another one at the moment. But it's Koyama now who strikes back on Zaquan Zaidi. So Zaquan is the guy that seems to be going back through the pack at the moment. Koyama, we call him the shadow, but could this be the day that he breaks out?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like he's doing his job now.
Look at the way that his bike is moving around. He's pushing it to the absolute limit, and everything was sliding there. He really is giving it everything he's got. We're into the final sector here as they head down the hill and start the last lap. It is the number 23 who is in second position of Tiger Hada, and this is going to be a pretty tough race for him. He finished third yesterday, and I'm sure he wants to go one better. Koyama, who didn't get on the podium, is in the group, and Koyama goes around the outside. What a move by Koyama. Does he pull it off? No, he can't, because he's on the outside for the next right-hand corner, but he hasn't given up. He's still there, and he dives up the inside. No, he's backed out of that one, which means that Hada is still there. Yuki Ito in the background, 6:34 Koyama, doing everything that he can in this group. Of course, Anthony West is up the road, but 6:34 Koyama, he's made that dive, but once again it's Hada deeper on the brakes as they head into the last third of this race. Yuki Ito with not much to do. Zaquan Zaidi, is he biding his time? I don't know. He needs to do something soon.
He needs to do now.
We're running out of places. We've already gone past the times and places where you said that they can pass. So they're going to have to start inventing stuff. Now. But it's Anthony West who's way out in front with nothing but clear air in front of him and clear air behind him. What a fantastic race he's had in the low 141s for the whole race. And look at the daylight for the whole race. And look at the daylight behind him. And there is that group for the second and third spot on the podium, and it's Koyama, and Koyama has made a bit of a gap now on the number 23 machine, and that's Tiger Hada, who finished third yesterday. I'm sure he doesn't want to finish third again. Yuki Ito is also up now into fourth position, so that puts up Zaidi, but look at that, a big wheelie over the line for Anthony West, and he's won as we wait for them to come over, and Yuki Ito has crashed at the last turn. We'll get a bit of a...
Yuki Ito crash, I think.
Yeah, we'll get a bit of a...
high-sider.
Yeah, he's high-sided out, unfortunately for him, so he's okay, but it's... Koyama, let's have a look as he goes in. He gets hard on the gas. He wanted to get that fourth position. So close, big high side and a double flip, but he gets away with it. We saw how good he is at doing that. He did it in Australia and got up too. So what a very unfortunate end for him. Very unfortunate end for him. It was, we're very grateful to see him walk away from that. And a fantastic race for Yuki Ito. Just to end on the last corner like that is a real shame for him. But, boy, you can't take anything away from that man. It was a fantastic result for him. Anthony West takes the win. Tomoyoshi Koyama in second. Tiger Hada in third position.